Taliban panic. U.S. is sending 3,000 troops back to Afghanistan to begin evacuations. Pentagon is moving 3,000 Marines and soldiers to Afghanistan and another 4,000 troops to the region to evacuate most of the American embassy and U.S. citizens in Kabul, as the Biden administration braces for a possible collapse of the Afghan government within the next month, administration and military officials said. The sharply deteriorating situation in the country, as the Taliban rapidly advance across the north and Afghan security forces battle to defend ever-shrinking territory in the south and west, has forced the Biden administration to accelerate plans to get Americans out. President Biden, after meeting with his top national security advisors on Wednesday night and again Thursday morning, also ordered additional expedited flights out of the country for Afghans who have worked with the United States, so that their applications for special immigrant visas could be evaluated. The embassy sent the latest in a series of alarming alerts, urging Americans to leave Afghanistan immediately using available commercial flight options. And in Washington, the State Department spokesman, Ned Price, announced what he described as a drawdown of an unspecified number of civilians among the roughly 4,000 embassy personnel, including about 1,400 American citizens, to begin immediately. As we've said all along, the increased tempo of the Taliban military engagements and the resulting increase in violence and instability across Afghanistan is of grave concern, he said. We've been evaluating the security situation every day to determine how best to keep those serving at our embassy safe. But, Mr. Price added, let me be very clear about this, the embassy remains open. American negotiators are also trying to extract assurances from the Taliban that they will not attack the U.S. Embassy in Kabul if they take over the country's government and ever want to receive foreign aid, 3 American officials said. The 30-day estimate is one scenario, and administration and military officials insist that the fall of Kabul might still be prevented if the Afghan security forces can muster the resolve to put up more resistance. But while Afghan commandos have managed to continue fighting in some areas, they have largely folded in a number of northern provincial capitals. The Taliban seized the strategic city of Ghazni, about 90 miles south of Kabul, on Thursday, putting the group in a better position to attack Kabul after its recent string of victories in the north. By the end of the day, the Taliban were also on the verge of taking Kandahar, the country's second-largest city, and Herat, in western Afghanistan near the Iranian border. Kandahar is historically and strategically important. The Taliban, led by Mullah Muhammad Omar, began their insurgency there in the 1990s. A senior official in the Biden administration said in an interview that the Taliban might soon take Mazar-i-Sharif, the capital of Balkh province and the country's economic engine, which is now effectively surrounded by the Taliban. The fall of Mazar-i-Sharif in Kandahar, the official said, could lead to a surrender of the Afghan government by September. Another senior U.S. official described the mood in the White House as a combination of alarm and resignation, at the rapid pace of the Taliban offensive and the collapse of Afghan national forces, and over how the situation could continue to worsen. There has been a constant stream of video teleconference calls every day this week, the official said. American officials conceded that they greatly overestimated the ability of the Afghan national forces to hold off the Taliban for at least a year or so. The collapse, they said, was almost instantaneous. But they argued that Mr. Biden accurately assessed the ultimate outcome, that if Americans stayed, they would get caught in the crossfire of yet another Afghan civil war. The Pentagon press secretary, John F. Kirby, said that 2 Marine infantry battalions and 1 Army battalion, some 3,000 troops altogether, would deploy in the next 2 days to Hamid Karzai International Airport to help evacuate Americans and embassy personnel. The troops are coming from areas in the Middle East, the Central Command area of responsibility, Mr. Kirby said.